presentation.
Regensburg is the heart of Bavaria.
Medieval capital at the Donau River.
UNESCO World Heritage with the world's most beautiful cathedral.
And the 800-year-old stone bridge.
Centuries of Bavarian tradition and the home of Turn and Taxis.
And even Pope Benedict.
Agriculture surrounding with many small farms.
A vibrant city with 20,000 students.
And big business with global players like BMW or Siemens.
Nevertheless, there are still many people in need.
Mentally ill people are still left outside.
Regional dairy farmers suffer from low milk prices.
Regensburg is connecting east and west, but still our eastern neighbors are quite poor.
Tackling these problems is our motivation.
We are 38 students from different countries and different disciplines.
We pursue challenging projects.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We are SIFE Regensburg.
hi, I'm Julia and I like SIFE because we can make a sustainable impact.
Hi, I'm Franz and the SIFE change Regensburg and the world.
Hi, I'm Yvonne and I really like our intensive teamwork.
Hi, I'm Josef, and SIFE is my life.
Hi, I'm Adriana and I like SIFE because we can implement international projects. Complementing our team today is Daniel.
Just like our ancestors centuries ago, we are driven by the challenges ahead. The stone bridge is our symbol for a sustainable solution. We take this for our mission. Building bridges on trust.
Local.
Regional.
Global.
Each project will build its own sustainable bridge. Thereby, we follow clear guidelines.
We focus on people in need.
We analyze the relevant factors.
We apply innovative business concepts.
We empower our people in need.
And we generate sustainable results to improve the quality of life and the standard of living for our people in need.
Let's start with our local project called Competiton Fund, established in October 2010. We empower mentally ill people to make a living. They collect bodily deposit and are now part of our society.
We realized that mentally ill persons are still not integrated into society.
Their illness is a stigma.
They hardly find jobs.
They do not earn much money.
They cannot afford hobbies.
They do not have enough social interaction.
They are outsiders. But how can we integrate them into society? To answer this question, we got in contact with the mentally ill themselves, a really emotional experience for all of us.
Being an outsider has various reasons. On the economic side, they don't find a job because of a lower labor efficiency and a lower ability to fulfill complex tasks. Although German law requests to employ these people, most big companies choose to pay penalty fees instead of giving them a chance.
Their unemployment has a social impact as well. They do not get in contact with colleagues or clients. And furthermore, they cannot participate in social activities as they are related to spending money. Money these people don't have.
So, our task became clear. We had to create a job for the mentally ill. The job has to be easy to carry out, raise self-confidence, and better integrate them into society. But a creative idea wouldn't be enough. The major obstacle was the financing. So, our first step was to search for money.
And we realized that money is lying on the streets. Well, it doesn't look like money, but as you know, in Germany, we have a bottle deposit system. That means you receive cash for returning your empty deposit bottles. So, this bottle is worth 8 cents, this one 15 cents, and this bottle and this can are worth 25 cents each. Think about how much money you've already thrown into the garbage, money we use to finance a job.
But how much money is necessary to give a mentally ill a new perspective? The salary, labor costs, and taxes sum up to 600 euros. The critical amount of bottles would then be 3,000. Collecting them by hand is impossible.
So our solution is to put up special containers just next to the garbage bins where people could throw in their empty bottles. The job for the mentally ill person would then be to return the bottles and receive the money.
Sounds easy, but we are talking about 3,000 bottles. Sure, some people are too lazy to return their bottles and throw them in our containers instead. But clearly, this wouldn't be enough. So, we had to develop a concept that motivates more people.
We developed an emotional marketing campaign. We wanted to make clear, throwing in a bottle means making a donation without bureaucratic effort. So people who want to help now have an easy-to-donate solution, even if they do not have much money.
But from our analysis, we knew the mentally ill don't want donations. They want to work for their money.
So we had a great idea. We would use the money to finance a job, but parts of it are donated to social organizations, a win-win solution. So we target the critical amount of 3,000 bottles, then the mentally ill person would work for his money, and his job became meaningful because he helps social organizations.
It was very important for us that these organizations are local. We wanted to see where the money goes to and what it is spent for. Furthermore, we wanted to see the mentally ill, the social impact of his work.
So our final concept became clear. People throw in their empty bottles into our containers. The mentally ill person empties the containers. He returns them to the selling point and receives the money. This money is then used to finance his job and to donate to social organizations.
Convinced of our concept, we took the first step. We started a pilot project at our university. But first, we had to solve a few issues. We had to get the permission from our department to put up the containers. It took us almost 4 months, endless discussion and relentless efforts to convince our department.
Second, the containers needed to be financed. They cost about €74 each. So we offered them as advertising space for companies. And with thousands of students passing the containers every day and with the CSR aspect of our project, we soon found business partners.
In January, we reached our first milestone. The first Spenden Fund container was erected at our university. Our whole team, our business advisor, and our sponsors attended this event. We put up the first fact sheet above the containers. It communicates the intention of our project and the recipients of our money.
And we started a huge media campaign at the university, on the university radio, and in local newspapers. Additionally, we launched a homepage and a Facebook fan page. And with the positive reaction of the students, we were soon allowed to expand our project.
Step by step, we want to reach the critical amount of bottles. In February, we put up 3 more containers. In April, 5 additional containers were erected at our university and at the University of Applied Sciences. At that time, our whole team was involved in emptying the containers. Believe me, it was not easy to keep our team motivated, but we had to reach our goal.
But why wait until we reached a critical mass for a full job? We realized that we could employ a mentally ill person with half a job right now. Together with him, we could close the gap until we reach a critical amount later.
To employ him, we got in contact with Retex e.V. That's an organization employing mentally ill people.
This is Mike. He is the first employee we found together with Retex. Mike is in his 30s and he suffers from paranoid schizophrenia. Thus, he had a hard time finding a job, but he really wants to work to afford his own scooter.
With our job, we gave him the chance. But of course, he has to learn a few things. We show him how to empty the containers, how to get the money, and how to donate to social organizations, and when to get help. Soon, he will be able to do the project all on his own.
To wrap up the project, we built a local bridge on trust with our people in need, mentally ill persons.
They are unemployed and social outsiders.
We created one job with our bottle deposit system.
We taught everything for sustainable employment.
And we can present the following results. Our dream came true. Mike is the first Spenden Fund employee. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Ich vor 9 Jahren paranoid schizophren geworden bin mit manisch-depressiven Zügen und habe dann in der vollen Arbeitswelt nicht mehr Fuß fassen können. Der Job,
Möglichkeit,
der,
Neues
Jo- der
dazuzulernen.
Job macht ziemlich Spaß, ist halt ziemlich interessant, man lernt viele Sachen dazu. Man sieht da sehr viele Leute, was so in meinem normalen Job nicht sehen. Das ist ein bisschen unangenehme Sache ist der Geruch von dem Ding, aber das kriegt man hin, also es geht schon. Also vom ersten Gehalt werde ich wahrscheinlich meinen Roller reparieren, weil das ist eine ständige Baustelle und da ist ständig irgendwas kaputt. Wahrscheinlich wird das erste Gehalt dafür so draufgehen, dass ich da verdiene.
Mike is responsible for 12 containers in Regensburg. They stand at the University of Applied Sciences, and we were even able to expand our project outside the campuses.
Spende Them Fun supports local organizations. The first recipient of our money, the Kinder- and Jugendfarm. With 250 euros, they bought a new breeding incubator. At Easter, the first 4 babies emerged.
We created the brand Spende Them Fund by publications on the internet, on the radio, and in local newspapers. More than 800,000 persons are now aware of our people in need.
We financed 100% of our project all on our own by acquiring business partners. We raised assets worth 7,000 euros. Among those, a delivery van worth 5,000 euros.
We recycled more than 4,000 bottles correctly. That means we help to reduce garbage and to recycle valuable resources.
In the following month, we will put up more containers at student residences and at shopping malls. These results are already impressive, but we want more.
We want to franchise. A 21 pages franchising concept already exists. We want to see our containers everywhere in Germany. That means jobs for people in need and donations for local social organizations.
Let's go to our regional milk project White Gold, established in 2009. We empower dairy farmers to increase their revenue by directly selling their milk.
Our people in need are dairy farmers. They suffer from overproduction and dumping prices. When we started our project, the revenue per liter of milk was very low. It didn't even cover the production costs. To protest, these farmers spilled their milk on fields. A precious good was being wasted.
We analyzed the problem. Dairy farmers usually sell the milk to the dairy companies. These dairies process and sell it to the customer. With their strong negotiating power, they generate significant revenue. The problem hereby? Only a small part reaches the dairy farmers.
To increase the profits of the dairy farmers, we came up with a solution, building a shortcut from the farmers to the customers with direct sales. We noticed that most schools do no longer offer milk to their students. But of course, schools are a huge potential customer group.
So we developed a school milk approach. We contact schools, we organized milk tasting events, we established the contact between the farmers and the school principals. We lined up long-term milk delivering contracts, and we monitored the success of implementation.
In 2010, we started a first pilot project in Regensburg with our farmer Ulrich Lenzbauer and the biggest school in Regensburg. After a successful test run, Ulrich Lenzbauer started delivering milk to this school.
Until May 2010, we generate the following results. One farmer delivering 1 stool. He additionally sold 20 liters per week. This sums up to almost 1,000 euro additional revenue per year. This was a good start, but we wanted more.
With our pilot project, we gained a lot of experience, but we had the impression that we could generate even better results. So we modified our concept.
We created our mascot, Emma, and we organized school trips to the farms. This builds an emotional connection between the students and the product milk. And it also helps to increase the dairy sales at the school.
Finally, to make our project sustainable, we needed a lobby to promote it at the schools. And this year, we found one, the parents. Of course, they know how important milk is for their children. And we convinced them that our project is the best way for their kids to drink a glass of milk every day.
In the long-term run, talking to the schools and the parents is not our task. Therefore, we needed the farmer to take over. We showed Ulrich Lenzbauer how to present himself right, get new customers, and develop and implement an emotional marketing concept.
Until the end of 2010, we had improved our results significantly. Ulrich Lenzbauer delivered to 5 schools and kindergartens, selling around 65 liters per week. That sums up to an additional amount of 3,000 euros per year. And most importantly, he was able to convince one further school completely on his own. This shows us that
Our concept works. But why should we stop here? It's obvious that it could work anywhere. So we expanded.
But finding suitable dairy farmers is not that easy. For direct sales, farmers have to make high investments, build up their own infrastructure, and meet additional legal requirements.
We started to work with two corporations, the Farmeration and the Bavarian Ministry of Agriculture. Driven by these corporations, our project was ready to roll.
And it did. Now we have farmers in Regensburg, Freising,
Gelting and Egolsheim.
thanks again.
With, with our project, they learn how to approach new customers and expand their business. But convincing all these farmers was a real hassle. It includes long car drive, countless hours of discussion and telephone calls, and a massive load of emails. But it was worth it, because
We built a regional bridge on trust. With our people in need, the dairy farmers.
They suffer from low profit margins.
We developed a direct sales approach with school milk.
We empowered them to expand their business.
and we can represent the following results. We have 4 farmers delivering 17 schools and kindergarten. They additionally sell 385 liters per week. This sums up to 16,400 year extra revenue per year. But most important, with our concept, they are now able to find further schools on their own. Let's listen to Gregor Zierer.
Oder zur Biomilch habe ich in konventionelle Molkerei da müssen. Ja, Molkerei gibt es 35 Cent. Für einen Viertel Liter Milch bekomme ich also frei Haus, inklusive Verpackung, das alles dabei, 45 Cent. Liter komme ich dann auf 1,20 bis 1,50 gehen. In der Woche 1200 bis 1500 Viertel-Liter Becher. Ich habe angefangen mit 3 Schwimmen und jetzt haben wir 8 und 2 kommen noch in der nächsten Zeit dazu.
We won't stop here. We want the numbers to explode until end of 2011. We'll focus on 2 aspects. First of all, we want to expand even further. Our goal is to convince 2 more farmers and together with them get 10 more schools until summer. Second, we want to ask you, what do you think of a refreshing cup of milk after lunch break or a tasty yogurt at work?
We've got the solution. Automatic vending machine for milk and yogurt. Soon, it will be found in your company.
Let's go over to our global project, a security micro capital, started in 2009. We empower Bulgarian micro-entrepreneurs to avoid bankruptcy and to sustain their business.
Our people in need are micro-entrepreneurs from my home country, Bulgaria. Many of them face serious economic problems like unemployment rate of 20% and average income of 300 euros.
From our Bulgarian team members, we knew about these problems. To see it with our own eyes, we went to Bulgaria in March 2010.
We realized that our people in need have 3 major needs. They need competitive machines, money to buy material, and up-to-date business knowledge. We were motivated to tackle all these problems.
Many Bulgarian micro-entrepreneurs cannot afford competitive machines. They have to use old equipment or even work by hand. Just like Ivan the carpenter, he was threatened by bankruptcy because of his old equipment.
To help people like Ivan, we developed a micro-leasing concept last year. We established a cooperation with Uni Consulting. This leasing company is now our partner to realize the concept.
Let me explain the concept. German companies sell or donate us their used machines. These machines are transferred to our Bulgarian partner Uni Consulting. Uni Consulting leases these machines out to our Bulgarian micro-entrepreneurs. They use the machines to generate revenues. In return, they pay fair leasing rates. Part of the money are used to cover the costs of Uni Consulting. The surplus is used to close the sustainable cycle. It is used to acquire more machines.
Last year, we had a concept, we had the partners. This year, we made it happen. The results are even documented by German national TV.
Diese Regensburger Wirtschaftsstudenten haben es sich zur Aufgabe gemacht, Maschinen aus Deutschland an bulgarische Kleinunternehmer zu verleasen. Auf der Suche nach geeigneten Maschinen klappern sie Betriebe aus dem Regensburger Umland wie diese Metzgerei ab.
Jetzt wollte ich Sie halt nochmal fragen, ob Sie wirklich bereit sind, diese Maschine hier für unser Projekt einzugeben.
Ja, mache ich.
Wir freuen uns natürlich sehr, wenn es so lokale Unternehmen gibt, Kleinbetriebe, die uns helfen. Und das zeigt auch, dass wirklich die Menschen bereit sind, an das Projekt glauben und auch an andere Leute denken.
Das bedeutet für sie viel Laufarbeit, aber mit der Zeit kommen so einige Maschinen zusammen. Mittlerweile sind es so viele, dass die erste Sammelbestellung vom Hafen in Regensburg nach Bulgarien verschifft werden kann.
Es ist nicht gleichgültig, was es in meiner Heimat passiert und wie es den Leuten dort geht. Und also diese Verbindung finde ich ganz wichtig.
And again, our concept works.
And is sustainable. With the huge media coverage and the leasing gains, we are able to acquire more machines. In June, part of our team, German and Bulgarian businessmen, will establish the Eastern European Development Foundation. It will take over our place.
But not all Bulgarian micro-entrepreneurs need machines to run their business. For example, the florist Johanna. Instead of machines, she needs money to pre-finance her flowers. So, another innovative microfinance product was needed, a security micro bond.
Let's explain the steps. At the pilot stage, funds are raised in Germany from family and friends. Then, funds are pooled to support one specific project in Bulgaria. The Bulgarian micro-entrepreneur we choose receives the money from the microbond. He is now able to buy material, run his business, and generate profits. Over time, he will pay back the money.
However, to sustainably empower people, money and machines are not enough. Therefore, a security also includes a business knowledge transfer component.
We empower our people in need by doing workshops. There they learn basic business knowledge. They learn how to control their costs with our custom-made Excel tool. To support them in the long run, we distributed business knowledge handbooks.
To wrap it up, we built a global bridge on trust.
Our people in need are Bulgarian micro-entrepreneurs.
They need competitive machines, money, and business knowledge.
We implemented two finance concepts, microleasing and microbond.
We empowered with our handbooks and workshops.
And we can present the following results.
We transferred 6 machines with the value of 3,000 euro to Bulgaria. Now, people like Ivan are able to work with competitive machines.
The success of our microbond pilot was overwhelming. We raised 800 euros. We saved the florist business of Johanna and the copy shop of Natasha. Further projects are already in our pipeline.
We empowered over 50 Bulgarian micro-entrepreneurs. We held 3 workshops and distributed over 150 handbooks.
The problems of our Bulgarian micro-entrepreneurs were documented in German and Bulgarian TV and also published in 9 newspaper articles. In total, we reached 1.5 million people.
That's already impressive, but there's one more thing. A security micro-capital started to expand to Romania.
From Bulgaria we knew the key to success is a strong network. Therefore, we went to Romania to build up this strong network. Now, the German consul and the best-selling author Egenhard Schlattner are our partner. A first pilot in Romania already started. The strong network for more exists.
Ladies and gentlemen, our mission statement is building bridges on trust.
We realized 3 challenging projects.
We follow clear guidelines. We focus on people in need.
We analyzed the relevant factors.
We implemented innovative business concepts.
We empowered our people in need.
And we generated sustainable results.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We build bridges on trust. Regional.
Global.
Our results.
16,400 euro extra revenues for dairy farmers.
50 project
Your
partners
time has
involved.
expired. I'm
Ladies
very
and
sorry.
gentlemen,
We build bridges on trust.
Judges, you may now ask questions.
The first question? Oh, sorry.
Hi. I have two questions regarding the White Gold project. The first one is the price paid by the schools for the milk now higher or lower than they previously paid? And the second question is, I understand that probably the margin for the producers is higher now, but I don't understand why they couldn't increase their revenues before.
Okay, so for your first question, well, first the schools didn't offer school milk, so well, there wasn't a real price for it. And they pay around €1.20 for 1 liter of milk. Your second question, well, you've got to see, as the price the farmers get from the dairies is below their actual production cost, beyond their actual production, no. It's lower than their production costs, so that's right. And every liter sold to a school is, well,
May I get
it's
into
profit.
there?
Yeah.
Dairy farmers also sell their milk to the dairies, but they have extra milk left, and that's why these dairies can sell this milk to the schools, and this is why they get extra money. So it's just like a little profit what they get with usually when they sell this milk to the dairies, they wouldn't receive anything for that, because the dairies they say we want this much liter per year, and if you give it to them, if it's already there and you give it above them, you don't get anything from that. That's why they once they spelled it all on the field. This was extra milk for them.
First of all, congratulations on 3 excellent projects. But I have a follow-up question on the milk project. Please help me understand the business concept. Are the farmers now not incurring all the processing, marketing, packaging costs, which previously the processor had to absorb? What is the margin analysis? What is the actual economic evaluation for them?
Well, of course, the farmers build up their own infrastructure, so they've got their own bottling machines and everything. And of course, they've got packaging costs, but the revenues they get are still higher than if they would sell their milk to the dairies.
May I get in there? It's also that...
Of course you may.
It's also that the bottles they have what's the word in German, the Pfand, and they also pay, the schools also pay this, so this is just a little bit extra, and when they give it back and they order it again, they don't pay this, but when they say, okay, we don't want milk anymore, the farmers have to give that back, but then they hopefully have this money to pay back the, yeah.
I have a question regarding Spendet and Pfand. Do those containers need any protection from getting stolen or something?
Yes, all these containers are fixed at their standing locations that they don't get stolen. But it was very surprising for us that we didn't have any kind of damage there. We get nothing, and it was very surprising, and it was very positive for us that there were no negative reaction to these containers, not even a trial to be stolen.
Did you have to deal with any custom or tax issues when transferring those machines to Bulgaria?
Your presentation time has expired.